hours. Aid response.
In the early 1960s, Dr. Cobb, a University of Washington cardiologist, proposed a visionary question. Could a pre-hospital medical care system be created to improve survival rates? Gordon Vickery, chief of the Seattle Fire Department, worked alongside Dr. Cobb to promote this radical idea. Two questions were asked. Could they save lives, and could they train non-physicians? The answers were positive, and Medic 1 was born. With the guidance of neurologist Dr. Michael Kopacz, medical director of Seattle Medic 1, training began in 1969. Together with the Seattle Fire Department, University of Washington School of Medicine, Harborview, and the State of Washington Council for Educational Occupation, paramedics were trained to respond to accident scenes. The first call was recorded on March 7, 1970. Within the first year, 44 lives were saved in King County alone. Why was Seattle a great city for a comprehensive EMS system? The Great Seattle Fire of 1889 set the historic stage. After the disaster, Seattle promised it would eventually become a fireproof city. This led to numerous changes within the fire department, including stations being built throughout King County. 5 days after the fire, 25 paid firemen were appointed. Advanced, modernized equipment was also purchased. This infrastructure eventually allowed early medics and the medics of today to quickly arrive on the scene of a medical emergency. In fact, the current 33 stations throughout Seattle make Seattle the best place in the world to have a heart attack. Before Medic 1 originated, the time it took for the person to call 911, for the intensive care unit to arrive, and then the trip to the hospital took too long. Medic 1 most often allowed for advanced treatment within the life-saving window of time. Medic 1's new idea of pre-hospital care, known as the stay-and-play mentality, was a huge change in the medical system. This caused debate within the medical community. There was a clearly defined hierarchy of doctors making medical decisions and nurses assisting in putting these decisions into action. These medical professionals were used to marginally trained ambulance attendants who often doubled as funeral home employees, scooping patients up and leaving medical care to the true professionals. Furthermore, nurses felt their job security being threatened by these new paraprofessionals.
We had a lot of debate in our area because a lot of emergency room nurses felt very threatened by these new paramedics, that we were going to take their jobs away from them.
The cost of Medic 1 also created a debate within the community. When it was first started, Medic 1 depended on donations, and by 1975, the Medic 1 Foundation became a tax-exempt organization. However, many argued that this growing EMS system was too expensive. Finally, after this successful program was started, pre-hospital care caused quality of care issues in the hospital, stated by Dr. Robert Winquist, an orthopedic surgeon in Seattle. All of a sudden, we had to face problems we had never seen before, because these were people who were all dying at the injury site, and now they're alive and they're coming in, and the injuries are just much greater. Little did they know that this would later lead to innovative trauma centers throughout the country. Within 7 years of Medic 1's creation, 804 lives were saved, and by 1977, 1,000 citizens received Medic 1 treatment each month. Stated by Dr. Ronald Mayer, a surgeon-in-chief at Harborview. Medic 1 developed in the first city in the country that developed fire department-based, pre-hospital trained personnel that would respond to injury, initiate care, and deliver to a single center that's dedicated to trauma.